Man United and Man City are about to battle it out for one of Europe's top elite goalkeepers, unless he's facing a free kick from Messi, that is. That is Diogo Costa from Porto, who has told friends apparently that he dreams of playing in the Premier League and is expected to leave Porto this summer. What is it with the Premier League all of a sudden and the need for goalkeepers? Never mind one. Two goalkeepers. You look at Arsenal at the moment, Raya and then Kepa. Like, seriously, absolute quality. And you look at Pope, now James Trafford, hopefully, going to Newcastle as well. Manchester City have always had two decent goalkeepers. Liverpool, the same. Kelleher has just been sold. They've brought another goalkeeper in this summer as well. It is an absolute merry-go-round, and for some reason, is a must-have in the Premier League. Now, Manchester United have been way behind in this area since they brought Andre Onana into Manchester United. Baindir wasn't up for much either behind him. And Manchester City are saying goodbye to Edison, and they've got Ortega. So does Ortega get promoted, or do Manchester City then go out and get Diogo Costa, which has been the report all the way through the summer? And this has been something that has always been there since the start of the transfer window. Only for Porto and Manchester City both featuring in the Club World Cup have we seen, obviously, these two teams not really look too busy in the transfer window. The last week and a bit, they've got a bit quiet, let's just say that. Well, Manchester City got off to a flying start in the transfer window, didn't they? But the reports are today that Manchester United and Manchester City are both fighting for the same goalkeeper. Well, Manchester United have their eyes on several goalkeepers, to be honest, and obviously you're looking at the likes of Milinkovic-Savic, obviously Emi Martinez for Manchester United as well. Andre Onana is not cutting it. Now, United were reportedly just looking at a number 2, but that seems to have changed, and all the talk recently has been about elite goalkeepers. Obviously, Emi Martinez is pushing for a move to Manchester United. That's been made very clear by his people right now. In fact, today, Ben Jacobs has come out with an update saying that Emi Martinez, the Daily Mirror, has come out and said Martinez wants Manchester United. He wants it to happen. Do Manchester United stick by what Ruben has said before, and he played out really wants United no matter what competition they're in, they are going to go for? They need a goalkeeper. Is Emi Martinez too big to have alongside Andre Onana as well? Is it too much to have two big goalkeepers? It's always thought that Emi Martinez is well known that Manchester United are only going to bring a goalkeeper in if Andre Onana is leaving and is giving his marching orders at Manchester United. Which tells you right now at the moment, with everything going on, that that's not going to happen. But that could change in the next 2 weeks, because as that stands, you would only see Costa moving to Manchester City. Now, do Chelsea do what they've done before and go absolutely mental in buying a goalkeeper and break records again? They've done it. They've got form for it. They've already cancelled out the possibility of taking Mignon from AC Milan. Does he come into the reckoning for any other Premier League side? There are so many goalkeeper rumours at the moment within the top. It's like elite strikers, number 9s and goalkeepers. It seems to be a thing, doesn't it, right now? Like, back to the old days. Important to have a good goalkeeper and important to have a proper number 9. That is a hot topic at the moment. Arsenal need a striker. Man United need a goalkeeper and a striker. City need a goalkeeper. Newcastle want a goalkeeper. They've already got the best striker. Liverpool have bought a new goalkeeper, sold a decent number 2 one. Chelsea have got nothing. So what happens there with them, I do not know. But it seems to be, looking at the situation with Costa right now, it is a case of who is going to spend a lot of money on a keeper, because his buyout clause is ridiculous. Absolutely is ridiculous. In fact, the latest report that I've got up on my screen right now reads, both Manchester United and Manchester City are very interested in Diogo Costa, who is expected to leave Porto this summer. Although Costa has a 64 million release clause, yikes, he could leave for 51 million. And no thanks. I still don't fancy spending that amount of money on a goalkeeper. He has informed close friends that he has a dream of playing in the Premier League. Of course, that has always been something. Again, several reports just running down the list here of different ones with this is that the 25-year-old, so still young goalkeeper, wants the Premier League. There are only 2 clubs probably. Well, actually, no. When you think about it, the dark horse in this Costa fight could actually be Chelsea. Now, Emi Martinez isn't going to go to Chelsea. Emi Martinez is probably not going to go to Manchester City. It's not something I don't think that City want to do. They want a goalkeeper in that's going to be there forever and a day. They want a younger goalkeeper. United I honestly don't know where Manchester United's stance is at the moment on goalkeeping. I don't think a goalkeeper turning 33 is aging badly. Manchester United bought in Edwin van der Sar before. There are plenty of old goalkeepers that are still cutting it within every elite division, to be honest, around the globe. So I don't think Emi Martinez is past it by any stretch of the imagination. But for some reason, I mean, you tell me in the comments section, do you see Emi Martinez going anywhere else? Like, he's made it clear he wants out of Villa. And that's another one as well. Like, Villa, they're in Europa League. They're going to be fighting again for that trophy and got a good chance now that there's no Champions League teams dropping into it. I feel Unai Emery, and that's his competition. If he sells Emi Martinez to try and balance out PSR, who do they go for? Because you're not going to get a lot of money for Emi Martinez. United, I don't see spending 40 million on Emi Martinez. I think it's going to be a 25 max cap for him. So is that really going to help Aston Villa? They don't obviously want to sell some of their good outfield players, which I think is understandable. But when it comes down to balancing the books, Aston Villa are in a right old predicament at the moment, and they could desperately need, or could do with, a new goalkeeper coming in. So it all comes down to who is willing to really invest in that area again. Now, we've seen this before. Like, we've broken all records in the Premier League for goalkeepers. You look at, obviously, Kepa and Alisson, record breakers in terms of the fees that they were bought for. Obviously, Manchester City spent big as well on their goalkeeper. It looks like it's going to go that way yet again. Like, it really does feel right now like we could be seeing a massive change and shake-up in the goalkeeping department in the Premier League. And Manchester United and Manchester City, if I had to put my money on who would get Costa, it would be Manchester City. I don't see United spending that type of money. I don't think they've got it, to be honest. Manchester City, on the other hand, they can go out and do whatever they want. I think they know and they're comfortable with Costa being out in the Club World Cup in America with Porto right now, and obviously City being out there as well. They probably hold the advantage with that. I'm not saying that they're negotiating that deal, but City have been linked with Costa the most. Ruben Amorim, obviously Portuguese manager, favours Diogo Costa as well, and that's according to the reports in Portugal. And all of these latest reports are all coming from Portugal. So it is going to be, I think, one hell of a goalkeeping merry-go-round. And I think as soon as July 1st hits, when everybody has got that little bit extra money and are ready to start the new financial year, we're going to get some serious movement in the Premier League. And I think we will have the best goalkeepers on the planet, all in the Premier League again. I think we probably have at least half of the top 10 goalkeepers in the world in the Premier League going into this new season. It's scary, isn't it, the amount of talent that's there? But in terms of Costa and what's going to happen there with him, I do feel like it will be Manchester City. Manchester United might be looking elsewhere. I think it's United for Martinez. I think it's Costa for City. And then Chelsea, God knows where they go or what they go for. But don't count them out of coming in for Costa or Emi Martinez at the last minute, I think. Let's just see what happens with that one. But yeah, there's your updates. A little special one around the goalkeeping situation at the moment with everything going on. But Costa is hot property, but he's going to cost a lot of money. Get your comments in below. Who's the best goalkeeper? Who do you think has got the best in the Premier League right now? Get that comment in, please, below. And where do you think Martinez and Costa will end up? Will Martinez leave Villa? Will Costa end up in Manchester? Blue or red, though? Give this video a like if you're loving the content, and make sure you please do make sure you hit that subscribe button as well here on Football Talks to keep up to date with everything going on. I'll see you in the next video, everybody.